Top 10 black gemstones that you can easily find. Darkness has always fascinated humanity. It is where secrets rest, where stories wait, and where beauty hides in silence. For centuries, black gemstones were misunderstood, often feared, often overlooked. Yet beneath their shadowed surfaces lies elegance, resilience, and an ancient grace. These stones are not rare miracles locked away in royal vaults. They are closer than you think, quiet witnesses found in markets, jewelry cases, and everyday adornments. Today we step into that darkness, not to fear it, but to understand it. In this video, we explore the top 10 black gemstones that you can easily find. Stones shaped by fire, pressure, and time. Each carries a distinct voice and a story waiting to be told. If you enjoy gemstone stories told with depth and meaning, like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more journeys into beauty hidden in shadow. Now let us begin from number 10. Ranked 10th, Black Jasper, the stone of silent strength. Black jasper does not demand attention, nor does it sparkle to earn admiration. It exists the way mountains do, unchanging, patient, and resolute. Its surface is dark and dense, often matte rather than glossy, as if it absorbs the chaos of the world instead of reflecting it back. To hold black jasper in the hand is to feel weight, not just physical, but emotional, as though centuries of endurance have settled into its core. Throughout history, black jasper has been carried by those who walked uncertain paths. Travelers wore it for protection, believing it could guard them against unseen dangers. Warriors kept it close as a symbol of stamina and resolve, trusting that its quiet strength would steady their hearts before battle. Unlike gemstones associated with glamour or status, black jasper has always belonged to the resilient, the ones who survive rather than shine. What makes this stone especially remarkable is its accessibility. Black jasper is easy to find, widely used in beads, amulets, and simple jewelry, yet it never feels ordinary. Each piece carries subtle variations, tiny specks, faint patterns, barely visible shadows, like scars earned through time. These imperfections are not flaws, but signatures of survival. In a world obsessed with brilliance and speed, black jasper stands as a reminder that endurance is its own form of beauty. It teaches us that strength does not roar. It waits, it holds, and when everything else fractures under pressure, it remains, silent, grounded, and unbroken. Ranked 9th, Black Agate, the calm within the void. Black agate is not a stone of drama. It does not arrive with sharp edges or fiery origins. Instead, it forms slowly, layer by layer, in silence, like patience made visible. Beneath its dark surface lie subtle bands and hidden depths, evidence of time passing not in violence, but in quiet persistence. This gemstone is darkness that has learned restraint. To gaze into black agate is to sense stillness. Its polished face reflects light softly, never harshly, as if refusing to disturb the calm it embodies. For centuries, it has been regarded as a stone of balance, carried by those seeking clarity in moments of emotional turbulence. Where other stones amplify energy, black agate absorbs excess, smoothing the sharp edges of fear, doubt, and restlessness. What makes black agate so widely loved is its gentle presence. It is easy to find, commonly shaped into cabochons, beads, and rings, yet it never feels cheap or disposable. Each stone carries faint lines, natural records of its formation, reminding us that even calm is built through countless unseen moments of pressure and release. Black agate teaches a rare lesson, that darkness does not always hide chaos. Sometimes it shelters peace. In a world that moves too fast and speaks too loudly, this stone whispers instead. It invites stillness, grounding the wearer like a deep breath taken in a silent room, steady, reassuring, and profoundly human. Ranked 8th, Black Onyx, the night polished to perfection. Black onyx is not born to impress, it is shaped to endure. Among black gemstones, it stands apart not because of rarity, but because of control. Where other stones retain the scars of their formation, black onyx embraces refinement. Its surface is polished into a flawless darkness, smooth as still water beneath a moonless sky. It reflects the world with cold precision, yet reveals nothing in return. This gemstone has long been associated with discipline and inner authority. Ancient civilizations believed black onyx could absorb emotional turbulence, granting its wearer composure in moments of uncertainty. It was worn by leaders not as decoration, but as armor, an emblem of steadiness in times when hesitation could mean collapse. To wear black onyx was to project calm, even when chaos loomed just beyond the surface. What gives black onyx its timeless appeal is its balance between accessibility and gravitas. It is easy to find, commonly used in rings, signet jewelry, and ceremonial pieces, yet it never feels trivial. Each piece carries a deliberate weight, as if it has been shaped not only by skilled hands but by centuries of unspoken tradition. The stone's darkness is uninterrupted, no shimmer, no distraction, only focus. Black onyx teaches a subtle but powerful lesson. Restraint is strength. In a world obsessed with expression, it honors silence. In an age of noise, it values composure. It reminds us that power does not always announce itself. Sometimes it simply stands still, perfectly polished, waiting for the moment it is needed. Ranked 7th, Black Tourmaline, the guardian of the invisible. Black Tourmaline is not a gemstone that seeks admiration. It rises from the earth raw, angular, and unapologetic. Its form jagged, its surface shaped by growth rather than polish. Where other stones invite refinement, black tourmaline resists it, reminding us that protection does not require elegance. This is a stone defined by purpose, not ornament. Throughout history, black tourmaline has been regarded as a guardian, an absorber of what cannot be seen. Ancient cultures believed it could draw harmful forces inward, trapping them within its dark crystalline structure. Even today, it is carried by those overwhelmed by the noise of the world, worn close to the body, or placed in living spaces as a quiet anchor against emotional strain. What makes black tourmaline especially compelling is its honesty. Unlike polished stones that hide their origins, it displays its growth openly. Vertical striations, uneven edges, fractures earned through time. It tells a story of pressure endured, not avoided. Despite its rugged form, it is easy to find, widely available, and accessible to anyone seeking stability rather than decoration. Black tourmaline teaches a simple but essential truth. Protection is active and unseen. In a world filled with invisible burdens, stress, fear, unspoken tension, this stone stands like a silent sentinel. It does not promise brilliance or transformation, only the strength to remain whole when everything else tries to pull you apart. Ranked 6th, Jet, the fossil of forgotten forests. Jet is not a gemstone born of crystal or fire. It is born of life, ancient life, compressed, darkened, and preserved by time itself. Millions of years ago, jet was once living wood, part of forests that swayed beneath prehistoric skies. Buried under layers of earth and pressure, that wood surrendered its softness and emerged transformed, carrying memory instead of sap. To hold jet is to hold a fragment of a world that no longer exists. Unlike most black gemstones, jet is warm to the touch. Lightweight, almost intimate, its surface absorbs light rather than reflecting it, creating a darkness that feels soft rather than severe. For centuries, this unique quality made jet a stone of mourning and remembrance. During the Victorian era, it became inseparable from grief, worn by those who had lost loved ones, not as decoration, but as a quiet declaration of enduring connection. Jet carries a profound emotional weight. It does not speak of power or dominance, but of absence, memory, and continuity. Its darkness is not empty. It is filled with echoes. Each carved bead, each polished brooch carries the silent testimony of time passing and love remaining. And yet, despite its depth and symbolism, jet remains easy to find, accessible in jewelry and artifacts around the world. Jet teaches us that not all strength is loud and not all beauty shines. Some forms of endurance are gentle. Some darkness is born not from fear, but from remembrance. In a world that rushes forward, jet asks us to pause, to honor what was, to carry it with us, and to understand that even forgotten forests can still speak. Ranked 5th, Black Obsidian, the Frozen Flame. Black obsidian is fire that never finished burning. Born from molten rock hurled from the depths of the earth, it cooled so rapidly that it never became crystal. What remains is volcanic glass, dark, smooth, and unforgiving. To look into black obsidian is to witness a moment of violence frozen in time. Its surface may appear calm, almost mirror-like, yet beneath that polish lies danger. Obsidian fractures into edges sharper than steel, capable of cutting with ruthless precision. Ancient civilizations shaped it into blades, weapons, and ritual tools, believing it revealed truth without mercy. Blood drawn by obsidian was thought to strip away illusion. Beyond its physical power, black obsidian was also a stone of reflection. Polished into dark mirrors, it was used by shamans and seers to confront hidden fears and unspoken realities. This is not a stone of comfort. It does not soothe, it exposes. It forces the viewer to face what lies beneath the surface, both in the stone and within themselves. Despite its dramatic origins, black obsidian is easy to find. Volcanic regions across the world have made this frozen flame widely accessible, yet its availability does not soften its presence. Each piece still carries the memory of eruption, of pressure released in an instant. Black obsidian teaches a difficult truth. Clarity is often sharp. Transformation begins with rupture. In a world that favors comfort, this stone reminds us that growth is born from fire, and sometimes only by facing the sharpest edges can we truly see ourselves. Ranked 4th, Black Spinel, the jewel that hid in plain sight. Black Spinel is a stone shaped by misunderstanding. For centuries, it lived behind borrowed names and mistaken identities. Kings wore it believing it to be something else. Crowns displayed it under false titles. Yet through all that time, Black Spinel never changed who it was. It waited, patient, silent, and untouched by the hunger for recognition. Unlike gemstones that announce themselves with obvious fire, Black Spinel glows with restraint. Its brilliance is subtle and deliberate. Light enters its surface and returns softened, controlled, and calm. There is no chaos in its sparkle, only quiet confidence, revealed gradually to those willing to look twice or linger a moment longer. What makes Black Spinel remarkable is not only its beauty, but its resilience. It is a hard, durable stone, capable of withstanding time and wear without losing its refined luster. Today it is easy to find in modern markets, finally recognized for what it truly is. Not a substitute, not a mistake, but a gemstone with its own identity and lasting worth. Black Spinel carries a powerful metaphor. It represents those who were overlooked, underestimated, or misunderstood, yet remained intact. In a world obsessed with visibility and applause, this stone teaches a quieter truth. Value does not fade when it goes unnoticed. Some things shine patiently, waiting, enduring, and ultimately being understood on their own terms. Ranked 3rd, Hematite, the iron heart of the earth. Hematite feels different the moment it rests in your hand. It is heavier than it looks, dense, cold, undeniably real. Its dark metallic surface reflects light like burnished steel, not with sparkle, but with authority. This is not a gemstone that pretends to be gentle. It carries presence, the kind you feel before you understand. Its name comes from the Greek word for blood, a connection that runs deeper than poetry. When ground into powder, hematite reveals a deep red streak, a reminder that beneath its hardened surface lies something primal and alive. Ancient warriors once marked their bodies with it before battle, believing it carried strength, protection, and the courage to stand firm in the face of death. It was not worn for beauty, but for survival. Even when polished, hematite retains a raw, industrial presence. Part stone, part metal, never fully softened. It is easy to find and widely used in beads, rings, and talismans, yet it never feels decorative. Each piece feels purposeful, weighted, almost deliberate, as if meant to remind the wearer of gravity and consequence. Hematite symbolizes grounding in its purest form. It anchors scattered thoughts, pulling attention back to the body in the present moment. It teaches a fundamental truth. Strength begins with weight, with gravity, with acceptance of reality as it is. In a world drifting away from the physical, hematite reconnects us to the iron core beneath our feet, the unyielding heart of the earth, still holding us steady. Rank second, black sapphire, the discipline of eternal night. Black sapphire is darkness under control. Unlike gemstones that glow or shimmer, this stone stands firm, calm, composed, and unwavering. Its surface absorbs light with quiet authority, revealing almost nothing unless observed with patience. This is not a gemstone of emotion, but of mastery. Formed under extreme pressure deep within the earth, black sapphire belongs to the same noble family as its blue counterpart. Yet it carries a very different spirit. Where blue sapphire speaks of wisdom and clarity, black sapphire speaks of discipline, endurance, and resolve. It has long been worn by those who value structure over impulse, order over chaos. Despite its regal lineage, black sapphire is surprisingly accessible. It is easy to find in modern jewelry, often cut into clean, architectural forms that emphasize its strength rather than brilliance. It does not sparkle to impress. It remains dark, deliberate, and confident. Its beauty lies in restraint. What makes black sapphire powerful is its symbolism. It represents focus sharpened by time, ambition tempered by patience. It is a stone associated with protection of the mind, believed to guard against distraction and emotional excess. In this way, it becomes less an ornament and more a tool, a reminder to remain steady when the world demands reaction. Black sapphire teaches us that darkness can be disciplined, that power does not always surge forward. Sometimes it stands still, unshaken. As we approach the final stone on this list, black sapphire prepares us for the ultimate form of strength, not survival, not adaptation, but permanence. In first place, black opal, the darkness that burns with light. Black opal is darkness that refuses to stay silent. At first glance, it appears calm, deep, shadowed, almost modest. But the moment light touches its surface, it awakens. Colors ignite from within, electric blues, molten greens, flashes of crimson and gold, as if a hidden universe were burning beneath a veil of night. No other black gemstone holds light the way black opal does. Formed over millions of years, black opal is the result of patience beyond comprehension. Water, silica, and time work together slowly, quietly, until color itself becomes trapped inside stone. This is not brilliance imposed from the outside. It is light grown from within. Every black opal is unique, its patterns unrepeatable, its fire unpredictable. To own one is to hold something that will never exist again in the same way. Historically, black opal has been both revered and feared. Some cultures believed it carried fortune and creativity. Others whispered that it was too powerful, too alive. Artists, dreamers, and visionaries were drawn to it, sensing that this stone spoke a language beyond logic. Unlike diamonds or sapphires, black opal does not symbolize control. It symbolizes imagination. What elevates black opal above all others on this list is its contradiction. It is dark, yet radiant, fragile, yet unforgettable. Easy to find compared to mythic stones of legend, yet impossible to fully understand. Its beauty cannot be commanded. It reveals itself only when conditions are right. Black opal teaches us the final lesson of this journey. Darkness is not the absence of light. Sometimes it is the place where light learns how to dance. And in that dance, uncontrolled, emotional, alive, we find the most human form of beauty.
Black gemstones do not compete with the light. They redefine it. From stones shaped by fire and iron to those born of ancient silence, each gem we explored carries a different voice, but all share one truth. Darkness is not emptiness. It is depth, memory, and strength waiting to be understood. These gemstones are easy to find, yet their meaning is not. They ask us to slow down, to look closer, and to appreciate beauty that does not demand attention. In a world obsessed with brightness, black gemstones remind us that the most powerful stories are often whispered, not shouted. If this journey into the shadows resonated with you, like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more stories hidden within stone, time, and imagination. Until next time, remember, Sometimes the deepest light is found only after we embrace the dark.